Have you ever looked someone straight in the eyes and felt something was off, but you couldn't explain why? Maybe it was a friend telling you they're fine. Maybe it was a coworker promising they'll finish the project. Or maybe it was someone saying, "Trust me." But deep down, you knew something wasn't right. That's your brain detecting lies faster than logic can. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to spot a liar in just 3 seconds. Once you understand this, you'll never see people the same way again. Let's start with something shocking. Most people are lied to 10 to 200 times a day. Texts, calls, emails, social media, lies are everywhere. And the scary part, you probably believe most of them. But there's good news. The human body is the worst liar. It leaks the truth in micro-expressions, tone shifts, and body language tics, even when the mouth is telling stories. And if you know where to look, you can read people like an open book. Here's the first truth you need to know. Liars rehearse words, but never emotions. When someone lies, their brain focuses on building the perfect sentence, but forgets that the body speaks to. They'll say, "I didn't do it," but shake their head yes. They'll smile, but their eyes won't. They'll sound calm, but their breathing betrays them. The body and the words fall out of sync. That's the moment you catch the glitch. Watch closely. When someone answers too perfectly, too quickly, or too defensively, they're trying to control the story, not tell the truth. Let me tell you a quick story. In 1986, an FBI agent named Joe Navarro was interrogating a suspect. The suspect's words were smooth, confident, perfectly aligned. But Joe noticed one thing. Every time he mentioned the crime scene, the suspect's foot pointed toward the door, a subtle escape gesture. The body was screaming what the mouth refused to say. That tiny detail helped crack the case. And that's your first clue. Truth stands still. Lies try to escape second secret. Micro-expressions don't lie. A micro-expression is a flash half a second or less of raw emotion leaking from the face before the brain masks it. You say, "Did you take the money?" They smile, but for an instant, you see fear. You asked, "Are you happy in this relationship?" They nod, but there's a flicker of sadness that half's sickened. That's the truth breaking free. Trained interrogators, psychologists, and even poker champions use this every day. They don't watch what people say. They watch what they can't control. But here's where it gets deeper. Liars overcompensate. They try too hard to look honest. Too much eye contact. Too much smiling. Too many words like honestly, to be honest, or believe me. The more someone insists they're honest, the more suspicious you should become. True honesty doesn't need to defend itself. Let's test your instincts. Imagine two people telling you a story. Person one looks away sometimes, pauses, thinks, even admits, "I'm not sure about that part." Person two looks straight at you, never blinks, speaks fast, and keeps saying, "I swear." That's the truth. Which one feels more real? Exactly. Real honesty is messy. It's not perfect. It's not scripted. Lies are polished, and perfection is the biggest red flag of all. Now, let's talk about voice. A liar's voice betrays more than words ever will. When people lie, stress activates their nervous system. The vocal cords tighten. The pitch raises slightly, and they start talking faster, as if speed can hide guilt. If you want to catch a liar, slow them down. Ask them to repeat their story. Pause. Look at them. Watch how their voice changes when they try to remember details. If the pitch jumps, the breathing changes, or they swallow too often, their body is screaming. This isn't the truth. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Lies need structure. Truth doesn't. When someone lies, they build a story step by step. They need to remember details, timelines, order, logic, so they keep it tight, linear, rehearsed. But the truth, it's flexible, natural. You can tell it forward, backward, sideways. It still makes sense. Try this next time. Ask them to tell the story again, but backwards. If it's true, it'll flow naturally. If it's a lie, you'll see hesitation, confusion, or sudden anger. Liars hate unpredictability. And here's another subtle trick. Ask unexpected questions. When you ask something a liar didn't prepare for, even something small, their brain stalls. Their pupils dilate. Their blink rate spikes. They might even repeat your question to buy time. Example, you ask, "Where were you last night?" They answer smoothly. Then you follow up. "What color were the walls in that place?" Boom! Watch the glitch. Truth doesn't need to think. It remembers. But not all lies sound the same. There are three main types of liars. First, the avoider. They dodge direct answers. They say, "Why would I do that?" Instead of "I didn't do it," they respond with questions to buy time. Second, they drown you in details. "I went to the store at 6:42, bought 2 Red Bulls, 1 bag of chips, talked to the cashier about football." It sounds real, but it's a smokescreen. Third, the emotional shifter. They change tone too quickly. Laughing when it's serious, acting calm when accused. Emotion and situation don't match. That's where lies hide in emotional dissonance. Here's a psychological hack. Ask someone about their story, then suddenly change the topic. If they're telling the truth, they'll let it go. If they're lying, they'll circle back to defend it. Liars can't let the lie die. They need you to believe it, to make it real for themselves. And maybe the most powerful truth of all, your gut already knows. Humans evolved to detect deception. Your subconscious reads body language, tone, and microsignals faster than your conscious mind. That's why you feel that strange tension in your stomach when something doesn't add up. That's your internal radar, thousands of years of survival instinct whispering. Something's wrong. You've ignored it before. We all have. But from now on, trust it. Because your body knows the truth long before your brain admits it. Let's flip the perspective. Have you ever had to tell a small lie yourself? Notice what your body did. You probably avoided eye contact. You crossed your arms. Your heart beat faster. You wanted to end the conversation as quickly as possible. That's your brain fighting itself, logic versus conscience. That internal conflict always leaks out. Now imagine how obvious that looks from the outside when you know the signs. Here's another fascinating fact. Polygraph tests. Lie detectors aren't magic. They measure what your body does when your mind feels stress. Heart rate, sweat, breathing, microtremors. But your eyes can do the same. When you know where to look, you are the lie detector. So, here's your quick 3-second checklist. Step 1. Watch their face. Does their expression match their words? Step 2. Listen to their tone. Does it change under pressure? Step 3. Feel your instinct. Does something deep inside say, "This doesn't feel right"? That's it. 3 seconds. 3 cues. 3 ways to see the truth behind the mask. Now, before you start scanning every friend and stranger like an FBI agent, remember this. Not everyone who shows stress is lying, and not every calm person is honest. Context matters. We all have tells, but they mean nothing until you connect the pattern. The real art isn't catching people, it's understanding them. And that's the hidden power behind learning to detect lies. It's not about mistrust. It's about awareness. You start to see human nature for what it is: complex, emotional, contradictory. You learn empathy. You learn control. You stop being manipulated. Because in a world where truth is rare, the ability to see through deception is power. So, the next time someone says, "Trust me," don't just listen. Watch. The truth is never silent. It just hides between the words. If this opened your eyes, imagined what else you could uncover, hit subscribe. Because in the next video, I'll show you how to spot a manipulator before they control your mind. This is the real world, and now you're finally seeing it.